Hello, it's a new year, and what better way to start off with a fresh, clean keyboard. In this video I will show you how to clean this type of keyboard and also your laptop keyboard. So stay tuned. So if you're like me and you use your computer a lot, either if it's for work, gaming or maybe a hobby, your keyboard will get quite dirty after some time, and it will be wise to clean it off once in a while. I try to do this at least once a year, and I thought I want to show you how to clean your keyboard. So here I have a mechanical keyboard where you can pull the keycaps off, and I will show you how to do that. And I will also show you how to clean your laptop. So I have found a sink so I can clean the keycaps, and I also have my keyboard here, and I also have this tool. It came with my keyboard. It's a keycap puller. It's designed to go on the keycap and make it easy and safe to pull them off. You can do this by hand, but it can be hard to pull them out, and you can also damage them. So I recommend using this tool, or if it doesn't include it, you should buy one. They aren't that expensive. You should note that you can't pull it off any keyboard. Many of those laptop style keyboards or laptops have keycaps that you can't take off. You will break them if you do, and you might not be able to pull them back. So make sure that on your keyboard you can actually take them off before you do it. Here we can have that dust and other things can get stuck in the sides of the keycaps, so it's really nice that we can take them off. And I will show you this now. Can I zoom in? Yeah, sure. So we have this F12 button. I will show you how we just make sure this, you can see it has two tabs here, and we just line it up and press it down on the keycap, and I will just stabilize the keyboard, and I will just pull it straight up and it comes right off. And this keyboard uses the Cherry MX style switches. This is the brown one, it's the quiet one. This is where you fasten the keycap back on. And yeah, I will just take them all off and we'll get back to you then. So I have two buttons left. As you can see, I have the spacebar and the enter button. And yeah, this one doesn't fit without breaking, I think, on the enter button, so I'll take this by hand, and I just put a finger on each corner and pull straight up carefully, and you don't break it. You can see this one has 3 of the fastening points, while the other ones has 1. And this is because it's stabilized. As you can see here, this is the switch, and these are like just black pieces just to stabilize it, going straight down and not wiggle so much. And we also have the spacebar left. I will do the same here. Just put 1 or 2 fingers in one corner and 2 in the other. Pull straight up. Yeah, this is just a really long one. And here we can see the keyboard. You can see that I did blow this off and like held it upside down and shaken it, and there's still a lot of stuff between where the keycaps were before. And this keyboard has some buttons that you can't take off, but these ones are really easy to clean. As you can see, it doesn't get much between here, or you can take like a cotton swab or something to take between here. And we will get back to this later. I will just put it to the side. Okay, back to the keycaps. So I will show you the enter button here. You can see where we usually press the button. It's in the middle, and like yeah, this is the stuff, the gross stuff from your fingers and whatnot. So to clean this, I use just a dish brush. I just use an old one, and I'm not using the one I'm currently using to clean them for hygiene reasons. And I just use regular dish soap and some hot water. I'm not using boiling hot water because I don't want to like break the plastic in any way, but like a decent hot water. So yeah, I will fill up this and come back to you. Okay, that's enough water, I think. It's nice and hot, and I put in some soap just to start the water off, and I will just push all the keycaps inside. And I just make sure every piece gets wet and like it can soak in the water for some time. I can already see that the water has gotten a bit like just a tiny bit grayer. So something has come off, and yeah, I will just start. I can start with an easy one if I can find it. The spacebar isn't that exciting. It has these textures on it, so it's not that easy. I want to find the enter button. Here we have it. So you remember that it had some grime on the bottom here and on top, and it was pretty clean in the middle here. And I just take my brush, get some soap on it, and yeah, just start brushing it. So I just try to dry this off, and you can see the difference. Well, I hope you can see the difference. You can see that it's a tiny bit shinier in the middle part, but that's just wear on the button itself. But yeah, apart from that, it looks almost like new. Okay, the last button here, we have the F7. And across the finish line. So that took me about 25 minutes. Now I will drain the water, and I will rinse this of all the soap. So now that they are all rinsed off, I have found a towel which I will put them in. And I'll just put every piece in this towel. It doesn't matter which way you are doing it now. I will try to put them face up. I will just put them somewhere where they can dry without disturbing anyone. Hello, I'm back, and I'm back with my keycaps here. Some time has passed now, and they are all completely dry and looking as good as new, as you can see. Very shiny. And now that they are done, it's time to focus more on the keyboard itself, which is still quite dusty. As you can see here, we have yeah, that's quite a thick layer of dust. So to remove this, I start using like a makeup brush. This is called a fan brush, I think. It's quite soft, and yeah, I use this to just dust off the keyboard once in a while. And now I will try to dust off most of the dust from the keyboard itself before I'm going to clean it. I just start with the brush. I just keep it in the sink to collect all the dust in there, and I just start brushing from the top. So I try to get between all the switches here, because between these it can collect a lot of dust. So I just start at the top and brush, yeah, between and around and wiggling around all the switches. Like this. So as you can see, we got most of the dust off from here. We can't see any difference anymore. You can still see some pieces that like are not stuck, but it doesn't want to go away that easily. And we will take that off with a microfiber cloth. So I will get to that now. I just put away my brush. And I want to get the microfiber cloth quite damp, not soaking wet. Just like when we are going to wash or clean the laptop. So I just move this a bit out of the way, and yeah, get some water on it. Like that. Now it is quite damp, and I will also use some of this universal, it's like for glass and most things, but I just like to use this because I use this to clean laptops and things for many years. So yeah, you can use whatever, but I like to use this kind. And I just I find one point on it that I put on some of the spray. Like this, and I just spread it around some. Okay, and since there are some quite tight spots, I will not fold it many times. I just have a point where my finger has some soap on it, and yeah, we just start in a corner, on the top. There's the edge here that always collects some dust. I'll just start with the easy part. And all the corners here. And yeah, just work my way through the keyboard, also cleaning the buttons that I couldn't remove. And as you can see, the keyboard isn't that wet. These are just a thin layer of water here, which dries off almost while I'm standing here. And yeah, I think that's it. So it looks like almost like new again. Very nice. I'm just take the sides of the keyboard just to take off any dust on the rubber pads, or yeah, anything. You can also do this as like a braided cable. If focus on this. Yeah, and like using the same cloth, you can just wipe it off. Maybe also the USB plugs, if they became dusty. Now they look good as new. Yeah. And last but not least, this keyboard also comes with a detachable wrist rest. So this I also want to clean. This one has a magnetic, like, quite hard to take off. Yeah, like a magnetic, like a rubber piece here, which, yeah, it collects some dust behind on the plastic and also on this. So I will clean these also. These are just plastic and the rubber part, so it doesn't matter if it gets wet. So you can take it in the sink together with the keycaps if you want. But it's easy to just wipe it off. Okay, now it looks much better. Now it's time for this part. Yeah, and just like that, it looks much better. So now that our keycaps are clean and our keyboard is clean, you know what time it is. It's time to put them all back. So I think we'll start with the hard ones, which are the space button, because you can see it has like this holder here and the switch is in the middle and a holder here again. And here we have a space bar. You can see that it has an angle, and I think the thinner part goes up. So it's just as easy as, yeah, lining up the plus on the keycap and put it on the, line it up with this. Shouldn't be that hard, just angle it up. Yeah, that's really easy to get to. That, seeing that it is straight, and just push down. Now it doesn't fall off, it's back on. It's that easy. And we also have the enter button, looking fresh and clean. We also have the three pluses, which will line up with these three, not these ones or these ones, but these three. So try to do it so you also can see the angle. We have that, and it's on. So now I'll just, yeah, put on all the rest. Okay, there we have it. It's all put together. I may have put some buttons in the wrong order. It's not easy when you're filming, I guess. But yeah, it looks, apart from some scratches here, it looks like new. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I dried this surface and I put my laptop over here, and my laptop here isn't that dirty at the moment, but I will just demonstrate this to you. So here I have a microfiber cloth. I will just put a little bit water on this first. like this. I made sure that there isn't much water left on it. It shouldn't. It's okay if it gets a little bit wet like this, but it shouldn't be like dripping with water. And like this Lenovo laptop, they have this red like little joystick in the middle. It's made from rubber. I will just wash this the same way as I did the keycaps for the other keyboard. And I also like to use like some of this universal or window cleaner. I just take my microfiber cloth and just a little spray, maybe 2, and I just spread this around. And the next part I do very gently, because I don't want to pull any of the keycaps off. If you have a detachable battery on your laptop, I would take it out. Sadly, this does not have that, but I've turned it off, completely off. And I just start wiping. And just careful. I do it like this way, while holding it like this, and just making pressure on one point here, so that the buttons get slowly pushed down when I go across. That way I get to clean on the surface on the button, and also in the frame between the buttons. So I just go like this, carefully, not making it too wet. It looks quite much wetter in the camera, I think, than it does in real life. And just, you can go in circles like this if it's really dirty. And just going all around the keyboard and on the top, and carefully on the power button so I don't turn the laptop on. I can also do this on the screen, just be very careful so you don't break it. And after that I take, this is just a dry cloth that I just use to dry off the excess water. Or yeah, and the rest of the water will just vaporize. And just to be sure, I'm sure that I haven't got any water in this laptop, but just to make sure, I will wait to turn it off until tomorrow. If you have to use it today, you can maybe use a hair dryer, just carefully. Do not take it any close to it or anything. And just carefully blow over it to maybe blow away some of the mist of the water that's left on it. And yeah, just like that, your laptop is clean and ready to go. After it's dried, of course. And we're back in the studio. In my opinion, it looks great. It looks just like new. So I think that was totally worth the time. I think I maybe used 1.5 hours in total to clean this, and well, if I have to do that once a year, I guess that's fine, with the results being this good. I hope you found this guide helpful in any way. And did you like this kind of video? Do you want me to show you how to clean a computer, for example? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like if you liked it. And yeah, have a good one.